Hi, my name's Hannah.
Hi, my name is Bethany.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
So I'm an MPH student at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and we are going to be talking about health behaviors today for like 10 or 15 minutes if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So some examples of health behaviors would be physical activity or sleep, stress, smoking, safety, healthy eating, spirituality, play, alcohol, relationships, or there are two blank circles in case there's something specific you had in mind to talk about. Do any of these interest you, or is there something different you want to talk about?
I would like to talk about spirituality.
Okay. Why would you like to talk about spirituality?
I'm a Christian, and so I try to put God first in my life, in everything that I do, all my decisions, and that's why I'd like to talk about it.
Okay. So what concerns do you have about spirituality, or maybe including God in those decisions?
Yeah, so being a Christian, it's always hard to do the right thing when your flesh usually wants to sin or do bad, and it's always, you just have to, hold strong and tight to God, so that you don't stray from Him.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep it in line. It's self-discipline.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah. Are there any certain areas that are maybe harder to use self-discipline?
Well, I mean, eating for one, it's hard to eat right. It is.
Mm-hmm.
You want to choose something healthy, and then you go to the store, and then you go to Stouffer's because you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not really sinful, but it's still a decision that you make every day.
Yeah.
And where you're supposed to be at with your job and your relationships.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess, how would spirituality and those kind of decisions kind of tie in together?
Okay, so making like a decision, I would ask God, where am I supposed to be at, and I would try to find scripture to back that up, and also to apply that to my daily life and that specific decision.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe watch a sermon or a teaching that was based in that in whatever I needed, and I would just try to make a decision from that.
Okay. So your concerns with spirituality would be kind of giving in to your flesh.
Yeah.
And it could be in things such as simple decisions such as what to eat for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, is that correct? Is that what you were kind of saying would be your concerns? Did you have concerns in tying in spirituality with like your job or your relationships? Are there other, or is that?
Yeah. You always want your spouse to be on the same level as you, and it's hard to have the person at the exact walk and with God that they are in if you're not in that exact same walk and you're both struggling. That's a difficult thing to conquer.
Mm-hmm.
You both kind of have to find like a happy medium to help each other out whenever, and be there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, and also with where you're supposed to be at in your job. Like after you go through school, where am I supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
Is this actually what I'm supposed to do with my life?
Mm-hmm. So are these current situations that you're in that you
mm-hmm.
are, concerns that you're dealing with right now? Okay. So the concerns that you're kind of dealing with spirituality is, your walk with God and His walk with God, and, where He's at, and kind of working together and tying those walks in together.
Mm-hmm.
And then your job is another area, tying in that spirituality with your job and just knowing you're where you're at, and that is where you're supposed to be at. Is that correct? Is there anything else that I might have missed?
No, that sums it up pretty well.
Okay. So how does spirituality look in the future for you? Maybe in some of those decisions, or maybe not in any of those decisions, or just kind of what does that look like for you?
So I want whoever God gives me to marry, I would like, I will put God first in my life because I have to. You have to put God first in your life if you're a Christian. And then I want him to be okay with that,
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to want that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, okay.
that's all I got.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said and, so I thought you were.
I did. I was just thinking.
That's
sorry.
okay. So I guess a major area for your spirituality that, what it would look like for you is your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? And you want him to want God, to put God first, and you want to put God first, but are you under the impression that might not be, you guys might not be on the same page?
Oh no, I just know that we both struggle a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and separately we both have our separate issues, and
Mm-hmm.
I just want us to be able to work through those issues
Okay.
separately so we can come together as a family unit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So again, repeating, kind of going back over just to clarify so that I'm on the same page, is the relationship is you want God first, and that's putting him first in that relationship is kind of what that's going to look like in the future for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, is there anything else spiritually that, what the future, how that spirituality might tie in the future, what that kind of looks like, or how you hope that plays out?
With my family, they've been having some issues, so I hope that, that they can get back into church, and I try to talk to them and to let them know that, they should definitely pray about it and seek scripture in what, that they have their dealings with, because it hurts to see your family suffer, and you just want to help them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll definitely try to tie it into everything that I do in my life,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what it is,
Mm-hmm.
big or small.
Yeah. Okay. So your relationships, your personal relationship, but also with your family, you hope that you feel like they're not going to church, and you hope and pray that they do that and seek that out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I thank you so much for your time and sharing your heart with me. And I'm taking time out of your day, because I know everybody's got busy lives, so I appreciate you and taking the time out.
No problem.
Thanks.
Thank you.